To be whole is to be complete, to be sound, to be perfect, without blemish. The opposite of being diseased, without ease or peace, or to be ill or sick or incomplete or imperfect. To be in a state of wholeness, then, is completion, perfection, at one-ment, or at atonement, at one-ment, atonement. And more specifically and more importantly for us here today, to be spiritually whole, we're acknowledging or claiming or affirming or owning or agreeing with our spiritual birthright. As an offspring of God, the Creator, we are born whole. We are born whole, complete spiritually. 100% of us, spiritually speaking, is whole all the time. This is the ultimate reality of the truth of who we are, and it cannot change. It's bound by divine law. It cannot change. Doesn't matter if we believe it or not, it cannot change. This is different, lest you think you're crazy, than what we may be demonstrating on the physical plane at this very moment. On the physical plane, some of us may be demonstrating lack, or something less than whole. We might be demonstrating a lack of health, a lack of love, a lack of prosperity, a lack of abundance, or what have you. But that physical demonstration could never change the fact that we are 100% whole in divine or spiritual potential, always. And this is good news indeed, because if we are willing and able to access the divine realm, we can learn to demonstrate wholeness more and more and lead a much more useful and pleasant life. First, to understand and to remember who we are spiritually and ultimately speaking. Second, to understand that we need to do what we need to do to demonstrate more of our wholeness in everyday life. And third, practice those things frequently. That's it. So know who we are, know what we're really made of, know what we need to do, and then practice. Not too bad. So here's one of my favorite paraphrased analogies along these lines. And this one is attributed to, as far as I can go back, Fenwick Holmes. You might know his younger brother, Ernest Holmes, who is the founder of what's now called the Centers for Spiritual Living. God is the wind. We are the sails. And together we create. So together we co-create. God's the wind, we are the sails. So this is my interpretation of that. I loved it when I heard it. God the wind is the complete 100% perfect health, perfect abundance, perfect peace, divine love, what have you. We might call this the realm of the divine. The realm of the divine. We, the sails, have the tools at our disposal. And what are the tools? Our minds, our thoughts, our choices, our emotions, our actions, our attitudes, our beliefs, our practices, our decisions. You get the idea. We might call this the realm of personal free will. We get to choose how we position the sails. Right? I'm not a sailor, but I would imagine the wind's coming. You got nothing to do with the wind. But by the way that we vary those sails, we get to move in a certain direction. That brings us to the final piece. That's the out picturing. What am I demonstrating? We might call this the realm of demonstration, right? Turn it this way, I'm sailing to Peru. Turn it that way, maybe I'm going to hit the UK. That's the out picturing. So relative to the physical health challenges that I've been dealing with for the past 2 years, of late, not only of late, I've been also demonstrating panic, amongst other things. This is something I've never dealt with in my life. Anxiety, stress, fear, yes, but panic attacks, not so much. Panic comes in when I am asleep, or I wake up from sleep. Sometimes as I sit in church, as I start to watch a movie, panic seems to be there. Driving the car. So I know this much about this panic. I didn't out and out consciously choose the panic, but somehow, through the realm of personal free will that we just spoke about, how I decided to use the scale, I've attached panic to my physical symptoms. Right? So mostly when it comes down is if I feel a new physical symptom, because I've been dealing with this for 2 years. And for the first, I don't know, almost the whole 2 years, no panic. But of late, this is how it's manifesting. So the question is, what do I do about this? How do I use what we just went through, the 3-step plan, to address this? So I've had to reevaluate my tools, my sales, those things in the realm of personal free will to drive out a different outcome, right? Because I'm saying we co-create with the Creator. We co-create. We all have that choice and responsibility. Sometimes it's easy enough to just say, oh, life handed me something bad. No, life did hand me some challenges. All of you could get up to the podium and speak about your challenges. We get to choose what we're going to do. We get to choose how we're going to react to those. We get to choose how we're going to come out the other end in spite of them. So let's get specific for a minute. Maybe this will resonate. Maybe you can use this for your own trials. I needed to first examine my belief system. So back to that first step, break the realm of the divine. Is God in charge? Is God all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, like we say in unity? Or is that just something nice to say? Is God the master physician? Does God know best for me? Is God all-loving? If it's love that I need, can I access that? Am I made in the image and likeness of God? Do I have access to all there is in the realm of the divine mind? So each and every one of those questions for me, maybe you'd ask them of yourself. I answer yes. This is why I believe. Then I needed to examine my thoughts. Oh, those thoughts. What's the stat? I think we think 60,000 thoughts in any given day. I believe that's the stat. 60,000 thoughts. Probably most of them, no matter how conscious we are unconscious. They're habitual. That's interesting. Here's where meditation comes in and being in the stillness to slow us down. I had to examine, is the panic real? Well, in the absolute sense, the only thing that I believe is real are those things without change. So no, I would have to say that the panic can and does change. So in that sense, it's not real. So I have decided now to make different choices. Turn the sail. When the panic is screaming at me, danger, danger, run, take cover, get out of there. I decided not to listen.